I'm Cave Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Power Man and Iron Fist issue number 6. Danny and Luke are about to head on right into the face of Civil War II. How will it affect their friendship and their new business, the Heroes for Hire? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Alrighty then, so as the comic opens up, Luke and Danny are still trying to set up the new office space for the Heroes for Hire. It's at that point they're shocked and disgusted by something they see on the local news. It's funny, they actually do a bit of a swerve here. You think they're addressing, one of the many horrible shootings that have taken place in America over the last little bit, but no, they're actually talking about the Celestial attack from the first issue of Civil War. This hits both our heroes super hard as they knew two of the people involved in these events. Luke especially feels bad because he remembers fighting with James Rhodes' war machine before his death. Rhodey called Luke a self-righteous gangster in the mold of Tupac, and Luke called James, well, he basically called him an Uncle Tom and Tony Stark's bitch. And now all of this is weighing pretty heavy on Luke's mind because he knows he'll never get a chance to say he's sorry. Danny's pretty affected by this too. She-Hulk is in a coma, and Danny and She-Hulk kind of had a tryst for a little bit when him and Misty Knight were taking a break. The two heroes decide to take a trip out in their flying car, a flying car that Luke refuses to let Danny drive, over to the Triskelion, the home of the Ultimate, so they can pay their respects. They're not there for more than a few minutes when Captain Marvel Carol Danvers attempts to give them her pitch in hopes that Power Man and Iron Fist will want to join her team. That's uncomfortable and really bad timing. Also, can I just say this? Does anyone in any of the tie-ins actually agree with Carol's side? I mean, maybe I'm reading the wrong ones. I assume the Ultimates and the Inhumans and obviously the Captain Marvel book would agree with what her side is doing. Maybe I'm just reading the wrong ones, but literally nothing I've read so far agrees with her side. Obviously, Luke and Danny say no to Carol's pitch, but that doesn't necessarily mean they agree with Iron Man and are running off to join Stark's team. Quite the opposite, in fact. They decide that they've been through enough civil wars, seen enough of their friends hurt and kill each other, that they're washing their hands of the whole Civil War II thing. They're sitting this one out. And not a moment too soon either, because back in their neighborhood, a group of trumped-up vigilantes are hunting down former supervillains, including those fought by Luke Cage and Iron Fist back in the day. Their methods of finding new victims, we find out, actually aren't too different from what Carol Danvers is doing with Ulysses right now. They have a computer program that profiles individuals and kinda assesses their recidivism rate. Things eventually get so bad that the friends and family of the supervillains who were getting killed have no choice but to come to the Heroes for Hire, because I mean, they certainly weren't going to the police, that's for sure. At first, Luke and Danny aren't exactly sure what they should do, but at the end of the day, they realize that these people have nowhere else to go, and they kinda sorta helped Tombstone out in the last arc, so they should probably help out here too. Unfortunately, the Heroes for Hire aren't able to work on a game plan all that long before they're under attack by the hockey pad vigilantes. All these ex-cons together in one room made much too nice a target for these bad guys. Now, normally Iron Fist and Power Man would be able to tear through these guys, but they were smart enough to bring along some meta muscle, which means the whole situation gets really messy. It turns into a giant cluster, and the cops end up getting called. Cops always showing up when you don't want them, am I right? Everyone is forced to flee except for Danny, who stays behind and ends up getting arrested for all his trouble. Power Man and Iron Fist number 6 was another super fun, super exciting, super enjoyable issue in what is easily one of my favorite comics being put out by Marvel currently. As far as a tie-in to Civil War II goes, there's something that has to be said about the idea of heroes more or less deciding that they want no part of a huge event. It's an interesting idea and one that I don't think has ever been fully explored before. I like the idea of Luke and Danny being conscientious objectors in this war, or as Rush famously put it, if you choose not to choose, you've still made a choice. The theme of profiling was very big in this issue and handled, in my mind, I thought really well. Overall, I would give this comic a very strong 8 out of 10, and if you're not sure which Civil War tie-ins you should pick up, I would say definitely check this one out. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.